Thanks to Atlas VPN for sponsoring today's video. Grab this awesome deal now with the link in the description box. The eldest daughter of King James VI and I of Scotland, Ireland, and England, and his wife Anne of Denmark, Elizabeth would enjoy a childhood firstly in Scotland and later in England. She married the Elector of the Palatinate. Through her marriage, she later became Queen of Bohemia, but this position was short-lived. As it only lasted one winter, Elizabeth is today also known as the Winter Queen. She and her husband Frederick had a total of 13 children. One of them was Sophia, who was the mother of George I, the first king of the House of Hanover, making Elizabeth his grandmother. Elizabeth was born on August 19, 1596 at 2 o'clock in the morning at Dunfermline Palace, Fife. She was the daughter of James VI and later the first of Scotland, England, and Ireland, and his wife Anne of Denmark. She was named Elizabeth in honor of Elizabeth I of England, her godmother. Her first few years were spent in Scotland until her father ascended to the throne of England and Ireland after the death of Elizabeth I in 1603. Accompanied by her beloved brother Henry, Elizabeth embarked on a journey to England with her mother, which was filled with continuous festivities. Elizabeth and her brother Henry were brought to Oatlands, an old Tudor hunting lodge, due to the outbreak of the plague in London. Henry and Elizabeth were later transferred to Winchester, where they were welcomed by Anne of Denmark, who organized a masque in their honor. Thanks to Atlas VPN for sponsoring this video. Atlas VPN is the best VPN deal on the market. You can enjoy online protection for only $1.83 per month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can unlock your favorite content from all around the world. Can't access Friends or other legendary shows on your Netflix while being abroad? That's not a problem anymore. Atlas VPN has you covered. With Atlas VPN, you can search the web with real and organic search results and do it without tracking your activity. But Atlas VPN is more than just a VPN. It blocks all malicious links, ads, and trackers and notifies you when someone is trying to steal your data. But to make it even better, you can also save real money when using Atlas VPN. You can get the best deals while shopping online and even on your Netflix subscription. Last but not least, you only need one Atlas VPN subscription for all of your devices. Grab the big deal now because Atlas VPN Premium is just $1.83 per month and with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Protect your privacy and get many benefits of Atlas VPN for the ridiculously low price. You can take this deal by clicking the link in the video description below. Be quick as it is a limited time offer. During her time as princess, Elizabeth received a comprehensive education that was considered fitting for her status. This education covered various subjects such as natural history, geography, theology, languages, writing, music, and dancing. By the age of 12, Elizabeth had acquired fluency in several languages, including French, which she spoke effortlessly and gracefully. This proficiency in French would later allow her to engage in conversations with her husband. Additionally, she displayed remarkable equestrian skills, possessed a deep understanding of the Protestant religion, and demonstrated a talent for composing heartfelt and genuine letters, never sounding artificial or forced. In 1605, conspirators planned the so-called Gunpowder Plot, in which they tried to eliminate King James, Elizabeth's father, and the Protestant aristocracy. The conspirators also planned to abduct 9-year-old Elizabeth and position her as the Catholic monarch on the thrones of England, Ireland, and Scotland. The conspirators intended to raise Elizabeth as a Catholic and arrange a future marriage with a Catholic groom. However, the plot was foiled when the conspirators were betrayed. When Elizabeth grew older, her hand in marriage was seen as a very desirable prize. The selection of Elizabeth's spouse was driven by the advantages the alliance could bring, which was normal back then. After many supposed suitors, the choice fell on Frederick V, the Count Palatine of the Rhine. Frederick came from a distinguished lineage which included the kings of Aragon and Sicily, the Landgraves of Hesse, the Dukes of Brabant and Saxony, and the Counts of Nassau and Leuven. Frederick arrived in England on October 16, 1612, and right from the start the match appeared to please both him and Elizabeth. Shortly before the wedding on November 6, 1612, Elizabeth's brother Henry passed away, leaving Elizabeth devastated. The wedding took place on February 14, 1613. It was a splendid affair that attracted more royalty than ever before to the English court. The marriage between Elizabeth and Frederick was highly favored even by the public. After an extended period of celebrations in London, the couple embarked on their journey to join the electoral court in Heidelberg, which lasted nearly 2 months. Elizabeth was warmly welcomed in her new home country. Although Elizabeth and Frederick were genuinely in love and maintained a romantic bond throughout their marriage, challenges soon arose. Prior to their departure from England, King James had made Frederick promise that Elizabeth would receive precedence over his mother and be treated as if she were queen. This arrangement occasionally made life uncomfortable for Elizabeth in the Palatinate, as Frederick's mother, Louise Juliana, had not anticipated being overshadowed by her young daughter-in-law. As a result, their relationship was strained. During their life in Heidelberg, Elizabeth gave birth to 3 children: Frederick Henry, hereditary prince of the Palatinate, Charles, and Elizabeth. In 1619, Elizabeth's husband Frederick was among those offered the throne of Bohemia. Although Frederick had doubts, Elizabeth convinced her husband to accept the throne. The family relocated to Prague, where Frederick was received with genuine joy upon assuming the role of the new king. He was officially crowned on November 4, 1619. 3 days later, Elizabeth was also crowned as Queen of Bohemia. Shortly after the coronation, the couple welcomed the birth of their 3rd son, Prince Rupert. The occasion was celebrated with great joy among the people. However, Frederick's reign in Bohemia proved to be short-lived, lasting only a year. Frederick's reign came to an end when Bohemian Protestant armies suffered a defeat at the Battle of White Mountain on November 8, 1620. Elizabeth is commonly remembered as the Winter Queen and Frederick as the Winter King. With fear of the possible defeat, Elizabeth left Prague for Berlin earlier, where she gave birth to her 5th child. As Heidelberg was occupied by Catholics, the family was forced into exile, which they found in the Netherlands. There, Elizabeth would give birth to 8 more children. On November 29, 1632, Elizabeth received the news that her husband Frederick had passed away. She was devastated and did not eat for 3 days. During her widowhood, which lasted 30 years, Elizabeth had to endure many more tragedies. She saw the death of 4 of her surviving children and the execution of her brother Charles I. Her family over in England was forced into exile thereafter. After the restoration of the monarchy with her nephew Charles II as king, Elizabeth returned to England in 1661. She remained there until her death a year later in February 1662.